ground. Shovel in hand with a heart full of hope, I'm chasing that dream in the mother lode. From sun up to sundown, I'm working that ground, sniping and digging where the gold's been found. With my coal swinging and my pan full of pride, I'm searching for treasure the hills try to hide. California gold deep in my soul, living this life in the mother lode.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Triple D Prospecting here. I'm on another adventure into my garage. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. A boss of mine at work had a grandfather that saved him some pay dirt from the 1960s right here. He asked if I could go through them and see what's in it. He hasn't really gold panned or anything, but he just wants to know what's in it. His grandfather even left him a little note inside. And it says, gold bearing soil from the gold claim of Willis T. Wilmore at Randsburg, California. Time period the 1960s. I'm very honored to do this. This is super cool. This is super old dirt from the 60s. And I'm excited to see what's in it. He put a magnet in here. It's super heavy, you know, for the amount of dirt that's in there. It's super heavy. So there's a lot of black sands. And yeah, I'm going to do something different. We're going to look at some history of Randsburg, California, and then we're going to go through and see how much gold's in it. Randsburg in Kern County's Rand Mountains was once Southern California's largest gold producing district, thriving from the late 1890s to the early 20th century. The gold rush began in 1893 with placer finds at Goler between Red Rock Canyon and Randsburg, drawing prospectors to the area. In 1895, a party discovered placer gold at the foot of Rand Mountain and traced it to an outcropping near the summit, the site of the Yellow Aster mine, the district's most famous find. The discovery was made by prospectors Frederick Morse, John Singleton, and Charles Burkham, who named it Yellow Aster after a pulp novel and the wildflowers they saw. The Yellow Aster find triggered a poor man's camp, with many desert prospectors arriving with little more than hand tools to pay filing fees. By 1896, Randsburg had a post office and a small population. By 1897, it had over 2,000 residents and 300 buildings, including stores, lumber yards, meat markets, saloons, and lodging. Water was scarce and sold for 4 cents per gallon, and bass cost 50 cents. Key mines included the Yellow Aster, Big Norse, King Solomon, Monkey Wrench, Minnehaha, Bully Boy, Napoleon, and Gold Coin. The railroad to Johannesburg, about 2 miles away, arrived in 1897, boosting production and population, which peaked at over 3,500 by 1899. Johannesburg was laid out as a planned service town with straight streets. The boom was short-lived. A devastating fire in January 1898 destroyed half the town. By the 1920s, most mines had closed and the population dwindled. Today, Randsburg is a living ghost town with remnants of saloons, general stores, and Yellow Aster mine tailings still visible. The Rands area gold mining history is preserved through local museums, antique shops, and historical sites. The Yellow Aster mine was remodeled in the 1980s, early 90s, and Glamis Gold Corp now operates on the old tailings. Visitors can explore the area's desert landscape, wildlife, and historical ambiance, making Randsburg a stop for history enthusiasts and photographers. In short, Randsburg gold mining history reflects the boom and bust cycle of the late 19th century West, with a single major discovery transforming a remote Mojave Desert camp into a bustling mining hub before fire. Economic shifts and resource depletion brought it to a quiet, preserved past. All right, so I got my cleanup sluice all set up right here. It's running pretty good. Got the Randsburg 1960s PAYDIRT. You always want to get your PAYDIRT wet. I'm going to keep this for him for sure. Yeah, here's his magnet that he has in here. It is just covered with black sand. I'm not sure if you can see that. So I'm going to throw all this into this pan. Get all this off here just in case that black sand has any gold on it. Cleaned up pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw all this in a pan. No nuggets. And we'll turn this on. Let's get this material wet before we start feeding it into the cleanup sluice. Want to make sure the material's nice and saturated. If your material's not wet, there's a chance that it could float out of your box. So you always want to make sure your material is wet. Or if there's any kind of clay or anything like that, that piece of clay can just make the gold cruise right on out. Yeah, this is super cool that he's allowing me to do this. Pretty excited about it. Hopefully there's a bunch of gold in here for him. Gotta grab my spoon. So I got a catch pan down inside of here, of course, just in case anything does make it out. I can pan it out afterwards, just to double check the tailings. Let's get this camera rolling so you guys see what I'm doing. All right, let's start feeding this material. Oh yeah, sluice is running awesome. This is pretty awesome that I'm getting to do this. There's some awesome mining history down there. I'd like to go check it out one of these days. And I did a little bit of research on it and they found a lot of gold down there. And I bet there's still gold there. Probably not as much, but I guarantee there's still gold down there. Oh, it looks like we got one little piece right there so far. Hopefully you guys can see that. I know the lighting's not the best in my garage. Need to get that figured out. We're going to a couple more spoonfuls here, and I'm not going to bore you guys with watching me just sitting here run this the whole time. See if we can get another piece to show up. Let's take a little look because there's quite a bit of material here. Well, I don't see any other pieces. but I'm sure there's more in here. So yeah, I'm gonna get this ran and then I'll bring you guys back. So there's gold in it. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see that very good. Some tiny little specks in there. See them right there? This was just what was left that I couldn't quite scoop out. I panned it back. All the rest is in there. My lighting's not very good in here, so we'll get this cleaned out. We'll pan it out. Okay, so the naked eye, I'm not seeing much, but I do see one right there. Not sure if you guys can see that or not. One little piece right there. A lot of black sands, but get this in the pan and pan it out. All right, there's the rest of the cons. I switched it into my better pan. This is my stepson's pan. I like my pan better. This is what came out of the cleanup sluice. We went from this to that. Love that cleanup sluice. So let's pan this out. I'm going to put this catch pan in here just in case. I added extra Dawn to this batch because I didn't know what kind of gold it was, if it was going to be super tiny flake gold or oh, excuse me, which I'm glad that I did because what I've seen, it's super fine. So we'll sit here and pan this out. Lots of black sand. I'm going to take my time with this. Get it panned out the best I can. I'll have to get some of this water out of here. All right, that's a bit better. I can see what I'm doing here. Like I said, I'm going to take my time with this. This gold seems like it's very light and tiny. I got that catch pan underneath there just in case. I'm going to give him his dirt back. So I think that's really cool that his grandfather did that for him. All right, I'm going to bring you guys around here. Oh yeah, there's definitely some gold in there. All right, I'm gonna get this pulled back and show you guys the end. All right, so there's the final result. I don't know what these grayer pieces are. I did read that they found a lot of silver in this area, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Not sure if that's silver or not, but it was pain in the butt to pan. It's whatever it is that's heavy because it wanted to stay up there with the gold. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to put my my magnifying lens on and let's take a look at it. All right, there it is. Yeah, you see those dark gray pieces? I'm wondering if that's silver. Definitely some coarse gold. Look at that little nugget. Very cool. Well, we got it all wrapped up. I got his gold drying up here. I've got his dirt drying out there on in the pot, and so I think that might be silver in there, but I'm not too sure. Like I said, I did some research. They found a lot of silver down there, so I'm drying his dirt back up to give it back to him, and with his gold, to maybe he wants to see if that's silver or not. I'm not no silver expert. That was really fun to do. Some different dirt from a different area, different era, period. It was fun to do. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do, please like and subscribe for future content, and I'll see you on the next one.